Welcome to episode 18 of the Comedy Kitchen. I want to thank you guys at home for tuning in. I'm Dennis Wirth, local comedian out of New England, doing two of my favorite things in life. We're cooking up some food, and we're doing some stand-up comedy, making you at home laugh. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to see my guest. I've worked with him a couple of times. One funny guy. Please help me welcome Michael Buster McMahon. Thank you for being on.
The hardest working guy in central northern Massachusetts Access TV.
Right around there. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Right.
I try to do my
Thanks for
thing.
having me, man.
Right.
This is great.
Yeah, we're going to be making up some Hawaiian Kabobs today. You ready for that?
Yes.
Your stomach saying Hawaiian Kabobs?
Yes, absolutely. Because usually the only thing I can make in the kitchen is a mess. So
A mess? Well, we make a mess here, so don't worry
good.
about it. All right, before we get started, one of the guys who is with us this week on our episodes from America's Got Talent and Community Auditions, I give you Mr. Derek Drowne.
I'm a man. The child inside has died, and I just don't know where I stand. You whisper in my ear all the words I need to hear, and the words you said are go in my head, and they show me the way is clear. 'Cause I believe in destiny, and the look in your eyes fills the human need. Can't you see what you've done to me? And when I hold your hand, it fills the human. Until I met you, put your hand in mine, let's drink the wine like only lovers do. 'Cause I believe in destiny, and the look in your eyes fills the human need. Can't you see what you've done to me? When I hold your hand, fills the human need. I believe in destiny, and the look in your eyes fills the human need. 'Cause I need you more than the air I breathe, and when I take you home, it fills the human need. 'Cause I believe in destiny, and the look in your eyes fills the human need. I need you more than the air I breathe, and when I take you home, it fills the human need.
Thank you.
All right. Great stuff right there by Derek Drowne.
Great.
All right, good stuff. You ready to make a mess?
Yes, let's make a mess.
All right, before we get started, it is the Comedy Kitchen. We do the cooking thing, we do the comedy thing. Tell the folks at home, how did you get started out in comedy?
Parental pressure, mostly. I wanted to go into something a little more stable. Like, I wanted to be a pediatrician, but my parents were like, oh, no. You're going to be a comedian. No kid of mine is going to actually have a stable job. No, actually, I'm 45. You're probably similar.
I'm in my mid-40s.
Okay. I mean, you remember the old TV 38? They would have the every Sunday morning. You get
UPN.
Yeah. Well, before that, Sunday mornings you would have. You get a Top Cat cartoon, you get the Three Stooges, you get an Abbott and Costello movie. And I just loved those Abbott and Costello movies. And I learned some of the routines. I taught other people, and I've been very blessed. I've worked with some really great straight people doing vaudeville routines. And so comedy became a natural thing because after a while, you didn't have to rely on somebody else. You could just do it yourself.
Sure.
And it just seemed like a natural progression. And boy, oh boy, it just turned out to be a lot of fun. And
Everybody loves to laugh.
You don't hate it, you know, it's awesome.
It's addictive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All right, we're going to make some Hawaiian Kabobs. First thing we're going to do, why don't you pour about, just cover the bottom maybe a quarter of the way of the little dish here.
Start with something easy.
Let's see, you can pour water, right?
All right.
You can't do that.
Look at that, I haven't made a mess yet.
All right, that's good right there.
Yeah, that's good.
What you going to do, we got our skewers here.
Look at that.
Uh-oh, we got a little, all right, little
See,
more. We don't want no open spots there.
I can't even do the simple things.
Don't be scared, don't be scared.
Oh, all right.
Boom, pour a little bit in there. All right, open up the skewers and just throw a few in there. We're going to soak them because when they go on the grill, they'll burn if we don't. We don't want no burnt skewers, so throw a few in there. That's good. Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, next thing we are going to do is we are going to grab our pineapples here.
Yeah.
Want to open them up. Going to grab our trusty strainer right here.
Is this left over from the Access fencing things that they do here?
Sure. On guard.
Yeah.
No, all right.
Oh, yeah.
And we're just going to drain the pineapple juice into. They smell good? They smell like pineapples?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
here, over here.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting way ahead of
Way
ourselves
ahead.
here.
Whoa!
And we get things going beforehand because we got
Scared the
30
heck out
minutes,
of me.
and some of these recipes are a little more than 30 minutes. Don't be scared.
dump the whole thing?
You know why we got the strainer? So you
Oh,
can pour
okay,
the
yeah,
pineapples.
yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
I just, you know,
You're
it's
getting
the
the
only
hang
jar
of
of
this.
pineapples you had. I didn't want to ruin the show.
No, you don't want to do that. All right, who does the cooking at your house, Mike?
Marie Calendar, Subway.
Microwave?
Well, the wife and I, we're busy. We have a bunch of different jobs, so it's whoever can. And the wife does most of it, and you can tell when I'm doing it because it's usually some kind of pasta
Okay,
dish.
so the wife's a better cook than you, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're getting your brownie points in right now because she's in the studio audience.
Oh,
right
she
now.
makes a great meatloaf.
Give it up for Mike's wife.
Yeah.
Don't want to
She says I never listen to her too, but or
well,
something like that. Who knows
what
what
man
she
does,
says?
hey, you know what I'm saying?
It just goes on.
All right, next thing we're going to need is 1.5 tablespoons of cornstarch. So you grab your tablespoon over there, the big
This
green one.
Okay.
You were close.
That was close.
All right, we're going to open our cornstarch. 1.5 right in with the pineapple juice.
And following your advice. Whoops, look at this.
We make a mess.
I
You said-
followed
we
your
already
advice.
said we're going to make a
you
mess,
said
so
just
don't
dump
worry
it in.
about it.
That's close, right? That's good.
All right, throw one in.
Throw it in.
Maybe this time put the spoon in and scoop it out.
Ah.
That's how we
See, there's
avoid a
so
mess.
much
Now
to
you're learning
learn.
things, Mike, see?
Cooking.
This is beautiful.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Who knew cooking could be complicated?
Gonna grab our little whisk here. We're gonna whisk it a little bit. All right, we got our half a cup
This
right
is one thing
there.
I know. This makes you look like you've cooked. If you,
Thanks, man. The next
Okay.
guest is gonna love that, man. Oh, that's your mark. You're leaving your mark on the comedy kitchen, Mike.
Sorry.
All right. All right, over there we got in the Ziploc bag, we got some brown sugar.
It's a black
That's
bag,
the
brown
one.
sugar.
All right,
There we go.
grab your half a cup right there, and we need a half a cup of brown sugar in here.
I can't do the simple. There we go. All right.
Are we gonna have to bring your wife up here to help you? Is that what you're telling me, man?
No, I can
'Cause
do
we'll
this.
do it
I
if we
know.
have to.
I'll be so proud.
All right, we're gonna turn this down a little bit.
All right, fill the cup.
Fill the cup. These are all jobs we can have. See, it's simple here on the Comedy Kitchen. We're not doing anything you couldn't do at home. Looking good. We're going to dump that right in here.
All right.
All
Brown
right.
sugar, pineapple.
Brown
This,
sugar.
I like the sound of this already.
Starting to smell good already,
Yeah.
right? All right, we're going to whisk this up until the cornstarch dissolves, and we're going to bring this to a boil, okay? Sound like a plan?
I feel bad what I did about this one.
That's okay, Mike.
Okay.
See, I got Mom, and she cleans everything. I'll give it up to Mom.
She's gonna clean me too.
I could not do this show without Mom's assistance,
Gonna clean
okay?
my clock when she sees the.
She don't want
mess
to
I
clean
made.
anybody's clock. Okay, as we're going, all the years you've been doing comedy, tell the folks, what's one of your favorite memories in comedy?
You know, I think a lot of people maybe get jealous sometimes when like other people that you've worked comedy with. But me, I actually feel kind of proud when I've seen people that I know that are better than me, because there's always somebody worse than you. There's always somebody better than you.
Sure.
But I used to do a show way down in Waterbury, Connecticut, and some of the people down there, it was me, Lisa Lampanelli was down there, Johnny Rizzo.
Wow.
And Johnny Rizzo, he owned the room down there, but Lisa Lampanelli wasn't the Lisa Lampanelli that we know now. And then, of course, years later, somebody calls me and goes, "Hey, you want to open up for Lisa Lampanelli? She's doing a show in Boston." And I'm like, "Well, yeah." And I said, well, you know, I hadn't heard what she'd been up to. And I'm like, "Well, I used to do shows with her years ago." And they're like, "Well, have you seen her lately?" I'm like, "No." And they're like, and I was just amazed at the transformation. I kind of wish I was there to see the process slowly, because I mean, she's just huge. So I've enjoyed like working with Julie Barr, and of course Lisa Lampanelli and Julie Barr and Johnny Rizzo. These people, just the nicest people in the world too.
You always
really
think that. You think when they get big, they're going to be too big for their britches. And
One guy's a jerk. I won't say his name.
no, we don't want to
No,
say any names
okay.
on here, dropping names. We all
Okay.
know who the jerk is,
Yeah,
but we're
we-
not going to
this
say
dude
who
is
it
a-
is.
is
But
a jerk.
no, I'll tell you, I opened up for Frank Santarelli from The Sopranos one time, and I was so scared to meet him. And nicest guy you'd ever met, talked to me just like anybody else. It's funny what you get in your head. Somehow you think, you know, they're not going to be, but nicest people. You're just regular people like us. So That's good stuff. All right, next thing we need is 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Get your soy sauce over there.
Just so everyone knows at home what a tablespoon is, just because I know, but we want to make sure
It's
that
the green one.
it's
You
the green one
remember
again.
we've already
Okay,
used
all
that,
right.
But okay.
Okay. It's an instructional show here.
We're
We
all
want to make sure.
color-coded here, okay? Next week, we'll teach you your blues and whites, okay? This week is greens and yellows.
Hey, I can count to 20. Sometimes I forget 18,
All
though.
right, today's episode is brought to you by the number 20.
Fill the whole thing?
Fill it right. Might
Holy
wanna
mackerel.
Pop that cap off if you got it. Might be a little bit quicker. Or you can just shake it up, baby,
It's a
twist and shout.
half-hour show, right?
Shake it up, baby, now, twist and shout.
I think we're there.
We're there? All right, dump that right on in there.
Oops.
Need 2 of them. One more.
2? Oh, jeez.
Gonna darken up our
Continued
sauce a
next
little bit
week.
here.
Okay.
We're getting All right.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go over to our a yellow spoon there.
Oh, good, thank you. You've learned.
All right,
You've
and
learned a lot about
we
me.
are gonna need a half a teaspoon of salt.
Okay.
So
So just half.
half of that, we're gonna dump that right on in. This is already starting to smell good, and we're not
Yeah,
even
it is.
halfway there. All right, throw that right on in.
I feel bad because people at home, they don't get to eat this. They got to actually do this.
Well, this
too.
is why they got to make the
know.
recipe and make it up themselves, and they'll know how good it is, right? All right, whamma jamma! It's smelling good already. All right, like I said, we're gonna whisk that till the cornstarch dissolves. Bring it to a boil, then just let it simmer. Okay. I know you've had me on your show, but tell the folks at home it is the Average Joe Show.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was on ESPN Radio, and I think CBS took it over now. But
Yeah,
tell 'em
yeah.
about your
In
show.
the Springfield area, 1450, I have a drive time sports radio talk show. It's called The Average Joe Show. I'm one of the co-hosts. You can listen online, 1450thehall.com. We've had some big guests this week. We had Nolan Richardson, the Hall of Fame coach. We had Ralph Sampson on this week.
Wow.
We've had Jose Canseco, Doug Flutie, Dwight Evans, Ray Bork, Casey Jones. Casey Jones, he couldn't hear too well.
Casey Jones,
Yeah,
the old
he's
Celtic
getting a
coach.
little
I'm a
older.
big Celtic guy.
Yeah, he was
That would have
huge.
been a thrill
Which,
for me.
Tommy Heinsohn, I think, might be coming on next week.
Did he complain about the officials?
He hasn't been on yet. So.
Okay, well, he will complain about
So,
the officials.
it's
That's
just
why
great
you love Tommy.
meeting all these people. And these people, of course, I don't know what it's like to hang out with them
Yeah.
for like a week, but, for 20 minutes,
Yeah,
they've all been
just-
pretty
just
cool.
to get to meet him, man.
Yeah.
You got that credit that you worked with him.
Jose Canseco, I don't know if you heard about that, a little egotistical.
I've heard him on the radio. He has a bit of a small little ego, but hey, some people are different,
Yep.
right?
Average Joe Show, Springfield area.
All right, so if you want to tune in online to Mike's show, The Average Joe Show.
Dennis co-hosted one time.
I
Did a
had
great job.
time on it. And you're right inside the Basketball Hall of Fame.
I know,
So
it never
people
gets
are
lost.
walking around and
They're
looking through the
looking in
glass
there
at you
and-
doing radio.
Yeah,
and
it's kinda
where
cool.
I'm a Celtic fan, that was a thrill. Thank you for having me on, Mike.
Oh, hey.
Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you for having me here.
All right. That's our sensitive moment
Well,
on
see,
the Comedy
what
Kitchen.
bothers me, you had to overdo it. I brought you on a radio show. You brought me on a TV show.
You always got a one-up, man.
You
You
got-
set the bar, right? All right, next thing we're going to do, we're going to grab some chicken.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, you want to open up some of that, throw some on
Okay.
the cutting board right there. Maybe throw a couple pieces on your cutting board, throw a couple pieces on my cutting board.
All right, it seems fair. It's 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Get out. Yeah.
Work right out. 1, 2.
There we go. 2 for me,
2 for me.
2 for you.
And what you want to do is cut these in about 1-inch long pieces. So maybe 2 cuts, cut it into 3 pieces. Sound good?
All right. Probably should have washed my hands, huh, before.
I thought you
No,
did,
I
man.
did.
I asked you.
I did. My mother.
You eat your kebabs, I'll eat mine.
My mother.
We all
my mother.
washed our hands
My
on the
mother
Comedy
raised me
Kitchen,
pretty good.
Please. My mom wouldn't let me get away with not doing it.
They're not going to be even. You said 3 pieces.
Yeah. Well, rough.
I didn't know there's going to be math.
There's always math involved.
There's always math. Okay.
All right.
What? How'd you do that so quick?
You do it 27 years and you learn
my
what you're doing.
God.
But you're getting there. See.
This show, it's going to be
You're
like a
moving right
45-minute
along.
show when I'm on.
Hey, sometimes we go over, sometimes we cut
Yeah, I
short.
think
But it's
we're
all
gonna
a
go
fun
over.
time here on the Comedy Kitchen.
Yep. I don't know what the other shows are, but knitting quilts is going to be a little bit later this week, I think. There we go.
Come on. All right. Good stuff. All right. We have a section of the show. It is called Funny Food Questions. You ready for Funny Food Questions?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Fun food questions.
All
Okay.
right. Mike, if you went grocery shopping and you came home with some shit-o, what do you think you'd have?
A divorce from my wife?
Or from your wife.
I would say it is. Wow, it's a cookie.
A cookie, you
Yeah,
think?
it's a cookie.
Actually, it is a spiced pepper sauce. If you look right up there, we got some
Well, I was...
spiced pepper
Wow.
sauce. And how much of that you figure in their salad?
I was going to say, who's in marketing?
I don't know who's buying it.
I got
but
this great... Try it. Oh, this is great. What are you going to call it?
Who knows? Well, hey, it could be a great tasting thing. Who's really to say? I really can't.
It's the other way, because I always say if you have a restaurant, you see these signs, best cup of coffee in town. Don't do it. Say worst cup of coffee in town, because people are going to say, well, how bad can it be?
That's
and
advertising.
if it's okay, they're like, wow, this ain't so
That's
bad.
catchy, right? That'd catch
So
your
maybe
eye.
that's what they're doing.
That'd make you pay attention. All right, you got an onion over there. You want to grab that. And I got over here
Big onion.
a bell red pepper. Well, the reason we got
Oh,
some big
yeah, he gets to cut
vegetables
the pepper. I get to cut the onion.
because would you rather switch?
No,
to-
no, no, I'm
Okay,
just kidding.
I'm here to
I can
make
handle
you
this.
happy, man. Okay, it's your episode. All right, what you want to do? You might want to cut off the stem of that. Push your chicken over to one side of the board here.
Okay. Do we move this, or
And
I don't want to knock it
whatever
over.
makes you comfortable.
I just don't want to knock it over.
We don't want to knock it
I'll
over.
ruin
We'll
the
set
show.
this right over here.
Maybe if I cry on TV, maybe I can get some like dramatic roles instead of just comedy roles. Like, wow, the guy can do drama too.
And you want to cut that off, peel it, then cut the onions in about, we want big chunks of onion. That's why
All
we
right.
got a big onion. Maybe 1-inch chunks if you can get it. Same thing with the pepper. We're going to cut that up in as big a chunks as I can possibly get from a pepper, okay?
You want me to cut it this way? I mean, it's the chunks.
However you feel
all
like
right,
getting a chunk out of that thing, you go
just
for
wanna-
it, okay? Just make sure they're big chunks.
There, here's a big chunk. I'm done.
Beautiful, beautiful.
No.
That's going to be one big kebab right there, boy. That's like the Fred Flintstone kebab. No, this is good. All right, so as we're going here, tell the folks what are some of the rooms they can catch you doing comedy in if they want to check out Mike McMahon's
Well,
comedy.
I'm a lot in the more of the Springfield area. I used
Sure.
to do a lot of shows for Renzo's, Washington's rooms. I like Maddie's, and you know, the radio keeps me busy. I've done a couple shows in your rooms. I always
Sure
had a
have.
great time, you know, coming up here. But yeah, generally, a lot of times I'm on the radio, and hopefully. As you know, I recently pitched a sitcom to NBC, so hopefully you can see me on
Hopefully
NBC.
we see you on NBC soon, sure.
You can go on YouTube, check it out under NBC Playground. It's called Beg to Differ, and hopefully we can get this on the air.
All right, so we want to support Mike, so go on YouTube and give it the thumbs up. I noticed that. I get so many hits on YouTube and people watch them, but they never hit the thumbs up or
Well, you
thumbs
got to be
down there.
signed in. Who's
don't
got
wanna-
time to sign in?
It's the
you know?
time to sign in, I guess.
Look, see, how much is this?
So they watch it, but you never know if they're liking it or not.
Yeah, I think just most of the
So. All right,
people
that's
are
good. We don't
indifferent.
need them
All right,
all. So
good,
start
okay,
cutting up
good,
some
okay.
chunks there. 1-inch chunks. Big chunks, a little bigger.
See, more math.
That's
My
good.
math
On
teacher
to
would be
the
so
next
happy.
one.
She always said, you're
No,
going to
those
use
are good.
math.
On to the next one there.
And
Cut
she
it
was
up
right.
a little bit.
Oh, I should take that off.
Sure.
Okay. And
The one onion skin.
yeah.
That's good. Maybe you're peeling that one right up. You can make onion rings if you want. Just chop it.
Oh,
Right now, don't be
yeah.
scared. There you
God, I
go.
love onion rings.
One more.
Who
All
doesn't
right,
like
looking
onion?
good.
Okay. My daughter's great. She can look at food instantly and just can tell whether or not she likes it just by the look of it. Kids are
Sure,
amazing.
kids know food. They
Yeah,
know what's
they
up.
food.
All right, we got a package of bacon over there. We got some bacon. We got some scissors too, or if it's, however you can get that open, we need to open up the bacon.
We need to open up the bacon. One of the greatest
The
things I've ever
scissors
heard.
are right
There we
over
go.
there.
I'm sorry, did I cry like a
I
little
remember
girl?
when you had me on the radio show, it was bacon day. Somebody
Yeah,
sent
we
over
had
a big plate of bacon.
Big bacon.
And that's always good.
Did I cry like a little girl when you said
You were,
bacon?
you were very happy to see
Can
the bacon.
we
I
can
remember.
edit that out, right?
We can edit out anything you like, is no problem. All right.
I kind of want to act manly to my bacon.
Do you have any sisters?
I do. I have two.
Okay. Do you remember when you were young and the girls, they got the beads and they made the bead necklaces?
My sisters.
Your sisters weren't into beads,
Yeah,
okay. Okay, they were into
yeah, I'll
beads.
try to. I want you to be accommodating.
All right, that's kind of what we're doing here, okay? You can just set it down for now.
Okay.
All right. Grab a skewer here
All right.
out of our water. All right, grab a piece of bacon, one for you, one for me. Just pull it right out. You
All
don't
right,
want to
yeah,
hook it on
okay.
there. Don't be afraid to get dirty. We get dirty.
All right.
one
Oh,
for
look,
you.
you got two for you.
All right, well, we like bacon. Hey. All right, we'll keep it together. All right, here's what we want to do. On the skewer, you're going to push it through on the end,
Okay.
and then just let it hang. No, you want the full bacon you want off, just one end. Don't fold it. You got to fold it over there. You just want one end on there,
One end, yeah, like this.
just like that. All right. Grab
Hang
the
it up.
pepper here, one piece of pepper.
Okay.
Going to put that on top. Then you're going to weave the bacon over. And
You
let
had
it
a
hang
plan.
off the other
Yeah.
side. After you do that, you're going to grab a chunk of onion.
Yes.
You're going to put that on.
You got the #1 pick in the onion draft. You got a good
Anything
one.
you want. We weave the bacon over again. Slide it down a little bit.
Yours looks so much better than mine.
This is where, oh yeah, you'll get there. We'll get you there, don't worry.
I think I have to
okay?
put things on the other side now.
You're not
so I
going to
can-
cook on 27 years. All right, next thing we're going to grab our chunks of pineapple we strained earlier. We're going to
yeah.
put 1 pineapple. Then you know what you do? More bacon.
Yeah, let's see. How am I going to do that?
We'll grab another piece of bacon because
Oh,
I'm running out
okay.
too. That's what we go. You got one right there on top, I think, right?
That's small. So you started with 2. So.
Well, however you get there. I like bacon. If you don't like bacon, go
God,
with
I
one. Another
tell ya.
piece of bacon. And then you know what we do? Grab some chicken.
Yeah, here we go.
And once you do that, you slide it down.
And then let me guess, can I say it at home?
Sure.
We roll the bacon over?
Bacon.
I like that. There we go.
And then we repeat this process. Same thing. 1 pepper. So basically, it's pepper bacon,
I don't want that piece.
onion bacon, pineapple bacon, chicken bacon.
Oh, my God.
Do you see the repetitive bacon nature we
Yes.
have going on here?
I mean, you purposely did this, right, for me?
Sure.
Yes. God bless you.
Because we like our kebabs.
Well, I was afraid, like Hawaiian Kabobs, and I went to Hawaii, and I'm not a huge seafood guy, but like Hawaii, for people who don't know geography, it's like surrounded by water. And
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
It's
okay.
and they got a lot of fish, and we said we were going to try everything, and it was good.
That was good. All right, you
But
know
I'm
what's
not
going
a
to be
big
good?
fish guy.
We're going to throw these on the grill now. So we open up our
Okay.
grill right here. We'll throw one here, and you can hear them sizzle.
Oh yeah.
Drop your grill down. There you go. We're going to let those cook a little bit. All right, so as we get going, when you were young, and we get paper towels,
No,
because
good.
I see you're making a little bit of a mess.
Yeah.
When
I
you were
warned
young and you were thinking about doing comedy, who were some of the mainstream comics that inspired you to want to try
Oh
comedy?
wow. I really kind of bemoan the loss. There's no great comedy teams anymore. As I said, I loved Abbott and Costello.
Sure.
But like Martin and Lewis and George Burns, Gracie Allen, Mirror and Stiller.
Classics.
Burns and Shriver. I mean, no one ever talks about them anymore. They were great. But yeah, like comedy-wise, Richard Lewis, David Brenner, Bill Cosby. What a great storyteller. You look
TV's
back
dead.
at some of the old days. I mean, I can be old school at times. I like Phil Silvers and Jack Benny. Yeah, some of those stuff. It was just great.
They set the stage for, what
They
the comics who
absolutely did.
followed them
They
did,
absolutely did. It was a
Lucille
genius.
Ball,
Oh, God.
Groucho Marx. They,
Jackie Gleason.
yeah.
What was great about Jackie Gleason, like you always hear about egos on TV shows. Jackie Gleason didn't care who got the laughs in the show as long as the audience
people
was
were
laughing.
laughing.
He
That's
didn't
what's
care.
important. That's right.
He was genius.
Yeah, some of the Jerry Lewis and Dean Martin, some of the great teams.
Great stuff.
Great stuff, yeah. All right, on the local scene, who are some of your favorite comics on the local scene to work with?
Well, there's this guy, Dennis Wirth, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know how to cater to the audience. Actually, I've back home in the Springfield area, there's a lot of people I love working with, and Daryl Roseman, Sean Howard, Chris Avery. Around here in the Boston area, there's a guy, unfortunately, he's no longer with us, Kevin Knox. I don't know if you ever-
Great, funny guy.
Oh,
Kevin.
God, he
And a
used to have me
great
do
guy.
these rooms, and he was Kevin Knox. I mean, everybody knew who he was, and the first time I ever did a show with him, he introduced me. I came out, and I don't even know why I did this, but I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, big hand for what's his name? And he loved it. So every time I did a show with him, I always did it. And,
You went back to it,
and
sure,
I don't
sure.
do it for anybody else anymore, just because when I heard that he had passed.
How many headliners would like it when you forgot their name? Probably
I know.
not. He's a good sport. That's a great
I
thing
didn't know why
to
I
see.
did it. It's a risky. You shouldn't be doing things like that if you think about getting into comedy. But
Sure.
I did it, and he loved it, and I always did it every time I did a show with him.
So in your career, whether it was on radio or live, I know sometimes you get hecklers, you get drunks, you get crazy people calling in. What's one of the wildest stories you can tell us happened in your career?
Well, I don't know if you ever put together a best of. I like to think that this one's going to win if you ever did. I was maybe about 1 year into my career, so I was strictly a script guy at the time.
Sure.
I was doing a show at the Hukilau in Chicopee.
Hukilau.
Yeah, they would have Polynesian food like this that we're doing.
Sure.
And a drunk in the front row got a little too close to his poo-poo platter, and he caught himself on fire during my act. And I kind of froze because I didn't know how to
Sure,
compete with a
what
guy who was lighting himself on fire. And I'm just looking. I'm like, I know I should ad-lib something, but what can you say? The guy's on fire. And if you're in the audience, what are you going to look at? The comedian?
Get
who's
a fire extinguisher.
The guy's on fire. You're sitting there going, ah!
Did he make it through okay?
Yeah, they waiters came over. They put him out pretty good.
They put him out, yeah.
And I just like, so
Did
who
he
likes
stay Did he stay or did he have to go to the
I
emergency
don't remember.
room?
I did think he left, but I'm just sitting up there trying to do my act now. Like, so who's got a foreign car? You know, like
You handled it, right? That's all you can hope to do.
Can't compete with that.
Wow, that's funny stuff.
Is that a top one? That's
pretty close. Yeah, we had Chris Poublon on an episode, and he had to go do a radio show with Big Mama. And he found out that Big Mama was actually a big guy. It wasn't a girl. So that was a little bit of a... But you're up there. You're right in the mix of top stories we've had on the Comedy Kitchen. Okay, on the local scene, who are some of your favorite comics on the local scene to work with?
Yeah, pretty much,
I mean, if there was one you had to choose, I mean, like...
Oh, wow.
You think's going to go the further. I know you want to butter up to everybody, but... If you had one, you had to choose.
Well, you know what? Unfortunately, it's a matter of who is willing to make the sacrifices. Because as one of the guys I worked with in Springfield, I was a guy named Sean Howard, and I actually did. I was hosting an open mic night when he was there, and this kid brought the place seated like 60 people. He brought like 90 people from work, and he killed. But he had this brilliant material, and then after a while, I mean, you're trying, you're going to clubs, and then after a while, you have to sometimes. Unfortunately, some of our best local comedians, they have to get regular jobs. They can't.
Yeah. I mean, the ones who are willing to put in the extra effort, those are the ones who go the furthest.
And I actually walked away for a while. I got married and started a family, and so a lot of it
slow you down a little bit, sure.
It slowed you down a little bit,
but yeah, I mean, even the Comedy Kitchen, without Mom's help, without the director's help, without the camera guys, the crew, I couldn't make all this happen. It's a team effort, and I got to sacrifice a lot to put all this together, but it's a fun time, right?
Absolutely.
We're having fun.
I feel bad because not everyone's going to get these kebabs, are they? In the studio audience. I feel guilty.
Well, they got to make them at home if they want to try them. That's all they can do.
I'm just glad we don't have butter.
No butter.
Butter's a diva.
A diva?
Like in the refrigerator, it needs its own room.
Sure.
It's like, I'm not going to sit in the rest of the refrigerator with the rest of the food. I need my own room. So I don't like working with butter.
Can you reach our little bowl right in the front there?
Yes.
All right. You want to pour our sauce right into that little bowl.
Without making a mess.
That's right. Hopefully the cameras can get on that.
Oh, hey.
Set these off to the side. Maybe set the little bowl right there. You can set the pan back, set the bowl there. Alrighty. And I turned them a little bit. Why don't you check our stuff here, see how we're doing. Oh, it's looking yummy. All right, what you want to do is take our tongs here and set them right on our white platter right up front here. One kebab.
So have you been to Hawaii, Dennis?
I have not. I just had a friend who moved out there, so I got a place to stay if I ever go out there.
If it had a casino, it would be perfect.
Yeah, that'd be the place to be, right? All right. Next thing we are going to do, we got a little brush over there. You see a little brush?
Yes.
You want to take our sauce and just slather those things with the sauce. I mean, just throw it right on there. Good. I don't know how sweet you like it. How sweet you like yours?
I'm a sweet kind of guy.
You're a sweet kind of guy. I like mine sweet myself. All right, maybe take the tongs and flip them. All right, you can use your hands to flip them because we all washed our hands.
That's right.
Slather some more.
This thing is great. A very sponsor. Can we brag about that? That cooked them quick.
All right, I think we're looking good there.
Yeah.
You ready for my favorite part of the show?
I think so.
I'm so happy right now, Mike. Those look so good, don't they?
Yes.
One for you, one for me. Go ahead, grab one. Take a little taste of that. We'll see how it is.
I don't know where to start into it. Oh, yeah.
Very sweet. Very bacony.
I credit the brushing.
The brushing did it?
Yeah. You can't teach that.
All right. Last question, Mike. After you go ahead and chew. Chewing's the best part. We take a bite, then we save the rest for after the episode. The bacon's good. You make it, man? You know how much? We'll save you, brother. Don't worry. All right, last question. Your comedy career's over. You look back. What do you want to be remembered for in comedy? What do you hope to accomplish? What are your goals?
I guess what almost happened here would be kind of cool if I could, save somebody's life during a show. That would kind of be memorable.
That's a good credit. Yeah.
Maybe one of the comedians didn't do so well, and he's up on the roof, and I talk him down.
Don't want to kill himself.
You know, like he's saying, well, what's the point of living? And I can say, well, Dennis Wirth's Hawaiian Kabobs.
Hey, you got to live for those, right?
Have you had one of those?
Sure.
No, but I would love just, my God, I mean, it's a dream. If NBC ever picks up this sitcom, and,
that would be,
and if I could be the next Larry David, Chuck Lorre or something, and the sitcom's a big hit, that would be great because I'll tell you right now, the sitcom isn't finished, but right now it's already better than She's the Sheriff. So
that counts.
We're
halfway there.
It's not quite Cheers.
It's not there, but you're right in the middle somewhere.
But it's better
right?
than She's the Sheriff.
I hear what you're saying. All right. Well, I wish you the best of luck with that.
Thank you.
It is the Comedy Kitchen. We have done the cooking thing. Would you be nice enough to give the folks at home some of your stand-up comedy?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And we will be right back. Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in. Now you know how to make your Hawaiian Kabobs, and you can cook those up on your barbecue grill and have yourself a great time with the family, okay? Be sure to check out my website, www.denniswirth.webs.com. Joke in the Box Comedy Clubs. One of the guys it's been my pleasure to have in my rooms. I give you the comedy genius of my friend, Michael Buster McMahon.
Genius, wow. It's kind of weird. We tape this in the afternoon, and I'm not used to doing comedy in front of people who aren't drunk. Well, I guess I shouldn't assume anything. I mean, you might be liquored up pretty good right now. Anybody drinking in the audience? Yeah? Planning on drinking later? Yeah. The thing that I always loved was the beer. We got beer drinkers, right? Breakfast of Champions, beer. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Everybody who drinks eventually gets to a place that they call Rock Bottom. It's a little bar in Fitchburg, the Rock Bottom Cafe. And when I was in college, and I kid about this a little bit because when I was in college, drinking was my minor. And I was there at the time of the microbrewery explosion. Everyone came out with a microbrewer at the time, it seemed. You had Franciscan monks putting out beer. You had like AA putting one out, which I just thought was a conflict of interest. It was a light beer, but still. I don't know if you remember some of these. Red Dog. Anyone remember Red Dog beer? Yeah, yeah. It had the slogan, be your own dog, Red Dog. There was Red Elk, that was out there. It had the slogan of be your own elk. I don't remember the slogan for Red Elk, actually. The beer I was kind of hoping that would come out would be a beer called Red Fox beer. You guys remember the old guy, Red Fox from Sanford and Son, right? It would be great. You could have him come out. Hey, dummy, come and try my beer. Red Fox beer. It's so good. Uh-oh. I think we made a bad batch. Oh, Elizabeth, this is a big one. I'm coming to join you, honey. Red Fox beer. I think that would have been great. You guys like comedians that do impressions?
Yes.
Shoot, it's the only one I can do. And that's a problem in my life. And the problems that I have are I don't have a lot of problems in life, but the problems I have are truly unique. I have arguments with my car. I call me crazy, but my car gets jealous. The street that I live on, we have this beautiful 66 red Mustang. And, I know what you're thinking. Like, Michael, you have a car, but I'm not dead. I can look, And I can just imagine my car gets, like, jealous when she sees this other car. Like she's got to say things like, oh, I suppose you think you could get inside that now. You're like, no, car, I love you. But now it's too late. Now the car feels the need to make up gossip about the other car. Like, I hope you know those headlights. Those aren't real. She's had those done. And of course, Dennis mentioned that I do the sports radio, and I absolutely love doing that, the people that you meet and everything. What bothers me about sports today, though, is, especially in football, we have so many teams that their names are repeated. We have a football team named the Giants. We also have one in baseball. We have a football team named the Cardinals. We also have one in baseball. Panthers, there's one in hockey. I just wish we could come up with some more unique names. How about the Condoms? Why can't we have a football team named the Condoms? Think about it, the Baltimore Condoms. Yes, the Condoms have been protecting the quarterback successfully all season long. Headlines after sporting events would be great, Condoms hold up against Rams. Or when they lose. Giants break through condoms. It's just like any other thing. You gotta remember to keep your man covered. Which is important because the world is filled with sexy ladies. Do we have sexy ladies here in the audience tonight? Oh, see? All right. Now, not every girl answered. And see, that cheeses me off. Because women, you are sexy. You are. Listen, the sexiest part of a woman is not her breasts, it's not her bum, it's her confidence. And you are. I want every woman here in the audience or at home just to go up to their man or some guy and say, listen, I may not be perfect. Everything might not be where it's supposed to be. But if you can't appreciate this, I'll break your arm. That's hot. That's sexy. Ladies, we're going to try this one more time. Are there any sexy ladies in the audience tonight? Woo! My work is done here. Drink your milk with both ways before crossing the street and never ever give up your dreams. Mwah!
Great job, Mike. Thanks for being on the show. I'd like to thank our studio audience. I'd like to thank our crew. Most of all, I thank you at home for tuning in. Once again, I give you the music genius, Mr. Derek Drowne.
We both lie silently still in the dead of the night. Although we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside. Was it something I said or something I did? Did my words not come out right? Though I tried not to hurt you, though I tried. But I guess that's why they say every rose has its thorn. Just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Yes, it does. Listen to a favorite song playing on the radio. Hear the DJ saying off the game of easy come and easy go. But I wonder, does he know? Has he ever felt like this? And I know that you'd be here right now if I could let you know somehow. I guess every rose has its thorn. Just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Though it's been a while now, I can still feel so much pain. Like the knife that cuts you, the wound heals, but the scar, that scar remains. No, I could have saved our love that night if I'd known what to say. Instead of making love, we both made our separate ways. And now I hear you found somebody new, and that I never meant that much to you. To hear that tears me up inside, and to see you touch me like a knife. I guess every rose has its thorn. Just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn.